What's going on, my people? This is Madam, and I'm coming back to you once again. And the saga continues in the wake of the Queen's death. This is by Radar Online, and this is done by the Radar staff. And this is exclusive, I guess. It says King Charles III probably begs Harry to cancel Meghan's Spotify podcast, fearing she might exploit the Queen's death. Now, why would he feel as though she would exploit the Queen's death? Let's dive deeper into this article, shall we? It's King Charles II's worst nightmare. Meghan Markle is poised to give a royal family's first interview after the death of Elizabeth II on her Spotify podcast. While the next episode of Markle's podcast is deemed very controversial due to the stream Tuesday has been postponed. Subsequent broadcast and slot for September the 20th, the day after the state funeral of the Queen of Westminster Abbey in central London. Okay? The date set a fresh battle between the king and his self-exiled son and daughter-in-law. Man, every family got problems. You hear me? Every family. It don't matter what spectrum you on. You know, the tip top of the monarchs, the rich people, the royal family, and or just everyday common people. Let me just say that for one. After the monarchs fabled Meghan for joining the family at the Queen's deathbed at Balmoral, Scotland. I apologize if I mispronounced that, okay? King Charles III has been apprised about Meghan's podcast, and the prospect of a new episode could be the first interview that any member of the royal family makes after the Queen Elizabeth's passing, one source told Radar Online. It is the last thing the king needs to be thinking about at this time, but make no mistake, it's a very serious problem, the source continues. The king does not want the Duchess of Sussex discussing anything about the family's interactions or events surrounding this very seldom occasion. King Charles will ask aides to lobby Prince Harry to convince Meghan to end the podcast once and for all, according to another source. The reigning monarch is said to be very concerned that Meghan will not understand the gravity of the situation. King Charles is aware of what Meghan said in a recent interview. She never had to sign anything that restricted her from talking, said the insider. He knows Meghan is steadfast in her view and belief she is not the family and is in control of what she says publicly. Added to the insider, but the king hopes that the common sense, politeness, and restraint will ensure Meghan makes the right decision not to discuss anything about the Windsor family and his mother's death. But as soon as someone close to the podcast warned if Meghan proceeds with the podcast, how can she not discuss the events of last week? While Harry and Meghan were welcomed back into the fold Saturday, joining Prince William and Kate Middleton for a walk at Windsor's Castle, the unity could be short-lived, warned the source. Aside from potential exploiting private details of Her Majesty's death, it is as possible that Charles may also be painted as in an unflattering light. The former suit actress and Charles at 73 developed a close bond that was only strengthened when he walked her down the aisle aside her wedding. Her father, Thomas Markle, dropped out at the last minute due to health reasons. However, the relationship soon soured and digressed further when Sussex left their royal duties. When Harry publicly revealed that the former Prince of Wales refused to take his calls and cut off security and financial support for Harry, Meghan, and her son Archie, aged 3. As Radar previously reported, their strained relationship seemingly came to a head when Charles reportedly told Harry that it wouldn't be right or appropriate for Meghan to visit the ailing Queen on her deathbed, with the monarch making it clear she would not be welcome at the somber event. Wow, like what the fuck did she do to these people? Besides be beautiful and black. I mean, like, side note, y'all, everybody always talk about it's not about race, but come on. Come on, like, y'all cannot be blind to it. Like, come on, bro. Why they don't like that woman? What that woman ever did to them? What she ever do to them? But spoke her mind, as she should. Okay? Like, come on, man. Ain't nobody bootlicking and kissing their ass. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I apologize if I offend anybody with this. But come on, at some point, you gotta be able to say what it is that you need to say, or act the way you want to act. You are in control of your own life. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. An insider later told OK Magazine that the royal family asked William's wife, Kate, to publicly forego a trip to Balmoral so that they could use it as an excuse on why Meghan should not be in attendance. So, I mean, like, they already had something in the plan, like, oh, she's not there, we don't want her there, da-da-da-da-da. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, just pure fuckery and trash. Just, I mean, like, come on. What have that lady ever did? They have tried to exploit this lady on the low, allegedly, I believe. All her, supposed to be family members coming out. They want this, they want that, and all of this stuff. This lady has been minding her business. I mean, it was even a report when she had her baby Archie, and they were sitting there discussing what skin tone this baby was going to be. Like, why is that relevant? It's a child, you know what I mean? What, you didn't want him to be dark, or, like, I mean, she's not a dark woman, but her mother is, you know what I mean? So, I mean, it don't matter, but to them, I guess it do. I mean, I think they're a little bit late to the party of trying to, cover up a lot of the scandals and things that have came out over the decades and decades of stuff that has happened that was put out in the, the news and stuff like that. So, I mean, leave that girl alone. For real. They don't have no reason to treat that girl that way. Not one reason. I mean, as far as I see, she's not a bad person. She's not a, she hasn't came out and said anything directly negative that would put them in a bad light. She rarely, from my knowledge, really speaks on them. She just lives her life. You know what I'm saying? She's living her best life with her husband and stuff like that. And shout out to, Harry, for standing up and, like, this is my wife. I love her. If y'all don't accept her, it don't matter. I love her. Fuck that crown. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes love prevails. Sometimes love is stronger than tradition, stronger than the role that you're set to play or expected to play. So kudos to Harry and Meghan, you know. But I would definitely like to hear what you guys have to say. Please drop down in the comments as we always do, and let's get the conversation going. And with that being said, you guys, thank you so much, and I will get with you in the next video.